Okay, so in this video I'm gonna show you how exactly Nginx works anyway, and yeah, let's start it. So you can easily visualize this. So I'm not gonna explain you the how you to install this and do it yourself. So I'm gonna make a tutorial on that so you can easily visualize it on what is reverse proxy, how CloudFlare works. So this setup is so powerful that, so you know what, let me pull the CloudFlare anyway. So on your DNS server, something like that. So how they gonna structure it is like this. So they accessing your website through CloudFlare, because if you don't have CloudFlare, what you're doing, you cannot survive this Web 2, because there's a bunch of AI running on the internet because they scraping your data, and that's BS anyway. You can turn it off. So it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. So your CloudFlare, if they type your website in here, for example, like that, and like that. So let me pull my way like this. So what is happening right now? So I type my website on here like that. So like that, right? So this is the website, and on CloudFlare it have a reverse proxy. They cannot see what's IP address of this. On this one, it have a DNS type A to this Nginx, and it will go to here on this server, something like that. So the structure is kind of like this. To your domain name, to the CloudFlare, and to the Nginx, and to this server. So that's how exactly Nginx works anyway. You can run a multiple like load balancer, like this type of setting, CloudFlare, Nginx to your server. You can set up in on Nginx, way easy, and you can have one more like your database, like separate server. So what is exactly it anyway? So the entire thing is like this. It's a bunch of computers. So this is my Nginx server 1, server 2, and server 3, like that, yada yada. And this is all my setup and my router anyway. And that's how Nginx works anyway. So they cannot see your IP address on here. Nothing is exposed, only your Nginx. So this one, this server 1, server 2, and server 3 are like, how you gonna say it, private IP address. So if you have a router with dynamic IP address, because if you're gonna buy like static IP address, it will cost you a lot of money. And in order, if you like trying to go deep on networking, you can only have one public IP address. You need to buy if you want more public IP address. So you can just assign to this device on each server, like I want this public address, like that. You cannot do that. You need to buy it first, and the only solution you can do is the reverse proxy of Nginx. It will solve a lot. So they cannot access this server because it don't have a public IP address, but they can access this one on my private because SSH enabled, but they cannot see the actual device because it's dynamic. I have a CloudFlare template update. If I turn off my router easily, it will like change the, how you gonna say it, change the IP address to the CloudFlare automatically, simultaneously, in just a seconds. So So this one's like separate server. That's how Nginx works. Or you can run a multiple website with one Nginx. That's possible anyway. I already tested, and yeah, so that's how exactly Nginx works anyway. So let's recap what's happening. If they type your name, if you're using CloudFlare, your domain name, it will access to your Nginx, and you see the code here, and it will go to the, how you can say it, on the private IP address of this server, and that's how exactly it works anyway. I hope you kind of like only 6 minutes video, and that's how the easiest way I can explain how Nginx works anyway. You should learn it, and you should like, I think you should never go like renting a server, because there's so many things you should learn on doing it. That's why they use the art of like confusion anyway. They go to the, you need to buy this, you need to like go to the subscription in order. You're not gonna learn nothing if you like just go on AWS. You're not learning CloudFlare. They're gonna how much you're gonna pay that a month, and that's actually scam. You can buy like a old PC like $30 or $50 that it can run your WordPress so easily, man. It can will stay like 10 years on your back of your house and not touch it, something like that. And yeah, so see you next video.